Next, we're welcoming Miss Sienna Christian to talk about academic decathlon.
Okay.
As she's handing something out to you, I will just remark that she took this challenge on with no hesitation whatsoever, even after I tried to scare her a little bit talking about the work that goes into being the academic decathlon coach, the fact that we hadn't had a coach for a year, and things that and she said, I'm ready, I'll do it. I did her research and is ready to roll. So had a great season too, a record-setting season for Toma.
Yeah, I did my research. I don't know if any of you actually know what academic decathlon is, but it consists of 7 different tests that our students go and take. So it can range from social science to math to music to anything having to do with a subject. And this year was actually Russia, so that was very interesting. And if it comes up, I got a really interesting array of students, one who was actually Russian-born to one who just loves communism. Didn't really expect that in Toma, but it was quite interesting. What you have sitting in front of you is actually the results of our competition. If you see from the very beginning at local, we were one of 7 different teams that went to the local competition at Logan High School, and we actually ranked number 3 out of the different teams. And so that was amazing for Toma, especially because we are in the top divisions because of how high of numbers we have in the high school. So that was actually something that was quite interesting. Sparta has had a team for quite a while, and I have to say we actually ranked higher than Sparta. So it was great to see that coming in as a first-year team, we're actually able to rank very high. With taking on this program, since I hadn't done it in the past, we're building our numbers, and we actually took 6 to the competition, and most teams had 9, so they had 3 in each division. The amazing thing is that the divisions rank from high academic level, so they're considered varsity, scholastic, and then honors. And so it takes kids from every different GPA. And what you can see there is with the scores, those that were actually at the low end, so they're at the bottom of your ranking, they actually have the lowest GPAs. But what you'll see in the scores is they actually were some of our highest scoring students. And it shows, just like with our academics every single day, they had high scores, and this is one place that they can show their interest and they can actually excel in. We had students, if you can see up on the picture, we had students who ranked with ribbons. All the way on the far left, Caden Moser, actually, he scored 3rd overall in social science and science, actually at the regional level. And he is in the highest academic level, which is amazing. So he scored 3rd. And if we were actually to take that to state, that would actually mean that he would earn himself a scholarship. The only downfall for us is that when we went to regionals at Stevens Point, it was one of our snow days. So that was January 11th. And so we didn't get to go with a full team, and that was very hard on us. But we still actually performed quite well with only 4. And as you can see, Caden, he still ribboned. On a day that we had to trudge through the snow and get to Stevens Point, we actually still did quite well. And then the next 2 students over, Wynn scored in the language arts. Justin, he scored actually overall when we went to the local competition. He was the highest ranking in his academic category, and so he scored everything overall in points. And then next to him, Annie Jerob, she actually scored in the language and overall in the local competition levels. So we had a great scoring team even for the small amount. They did really well, and they're actually already excited about next year when we get to study World War I. So we switched from Russia to World War I, and that's where we're going next year. Do you have any questions about academic decathlon? We're trying to recruit as many as possible. We would like a bigger team. It was a big jump in to try to get numbers, especially when you have to take from every GPA and make sure that you have a full team, so that's very intriguing. And we're going to recruit to the best of our abilities next year to make sure we get a full team and are able to take them every advantage.
Is there a season for it, or does it go on all year?
Actually, it goes on all year. The Academic Decathlon, so it's wiad.org. They have a website, and they actually start producing the materials already. So as of May 1st, I could order the materials for this next year. And most schools, Waukesha West is one of the top ranking states. You'd be surprised, but Mount Rose-Mindoro, they actually rank in the top 5 of the state every single year. They have a full academic decathlon class, and it goes year-round. So as soon as they hear about the new topic, they're ready to go. So it's a year-round season, and I'm hoping that our students can get the packet soon, so they can start learning a lot more about World War I and hopefully getting it for their academics for next year.
It's a lot of work. I mean, the students do very well, but it's a commitment to really be a part of that team and to study.
I was surprised about The binders that come back are at least this big, full of materials. The music this year was Russian music, so many of them had not heard it before, and getting to hear Russian music, they were intrigued beyond belief, because just hearing different places that they hadn't heard before. And up in the back, Patrick Adler, if you've ever heard the Adler name, he was adopted from Russia, big in this area, and he had heard most of this through just interchange. He'd heard some of the music, and just the things that he was able to bring back and learn more about his own culture was just awesome to be a part of. So, any other questions?
Glad you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm hoping next year we have a better show and
Yeah,
even
and
better
you're
results.
so enthusiastic about it, so.
Well, when you've
Great.
got kids who really are enthusiastic and they're actually the ones that bring up the academic decathlon to you, I think that's really when it makes a team.
Great to see.
And so the students brought it to me, and I think that's really where we're able to go. Enthusiasm is what the kids have, and it helps.
Very good.
So, anything else?
Thanks for beating Sparta.
That wasn't me, that
Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Moore.
Yes.
I meant to embed this article from the Toma Journal,
Oh,
but
okay.
I did not. If you haven't had a chance to read it, you can just type in academic decathlon in the Toma Journal, and this article will come up.
Okay, great.